In our previous session, we have seen how to insert the user orders, and whenever user clicks on pay offline, how the data will be inserted inside the user orders table. Now in this, what we are going to see, when the order is submitted successfully, whatever items we are having inside the cart, that is not been deleted. So for that, first what we are going to do, whatever data we are having here, the same data first we are going to inside user pending table. Then after that, whatever items we are having inside the cart, that we are just going to delete. Okay, let me just open user pendings table. Okay, this table also we have already created. You can see inside user orders, we have seen the same amount and same products, total products is been inserted, but from the cart, the product is not been deleted. Let me just show you. I'll just remove this. Inside this cart, you can see still the products are available. Once the order is submitted, I want this item should also be deleted from the cart. And whatever data I am having here, okay, the order status is equal to pending, that should be stored inside this orders pending table. Okay, inside this orders pending table, we are having all these things. I'll just copy this table name. Okay, before that, let me just come down. Below this, I'll just write here order pending, orders pending. And from here, I'm just going to copy the same query. I'll just copy this. Here, I'll be pasting that one. Here, I'll just write here insert pending orders. Insert pending orders, and in place of this, I'm just going to write this table name. I'll copy the table name, and here I'm just going to paste that one. And inside this, we are having order ID. I don't have to insert this order ID because this is primary key, and each and every time it is going to increment by itself. Then I'm having user ID. Let me just show you. Here I'm having user ID. Then after that, I'm having amount. Okay, let me just check. I'm having amount or invoice. I'm having invoice number. I'll just remove this amount. I don't need this one. Invoice number. After invoice number, I'm having product ID. I'll just write here invoice number. After this, I'm having product ID. Product ID. Then I'm having total products. After product ID, I'm having quantity. Then order status. I don't need this total products. I don't need this order date. I just have to write here quantity. Okay, whatever column names I'm having inside this orders pending table, I'm just passing that one. Okay, I have just passed user ID, invoice number, product ID, quantity and order status. Let me just check. Okay, we are having the same thing, user ID, invoice number, product ID, quantity and order status. Okay, everything is fine. Then inside this, first will be our user ID. Then second, I just have to pass invoice number. Then third will be our product ID. Our product ID is stored inside this. Let me just come here. Okay, we have already accessed the product ID. We have stored inside this variable. I'll copy this. After invoice number, I just have to paste that one. Then we are having quantity. Our quantity is stored inside this variable. I'll copy this. And here I'm going to paste. Then finally, we are having the status. Okay, I'm just inserting this particular values inside the orders pending table. Then after that, I just have to execute the query. I'll copy the same thing. And here I'm just going to paste. I'll just write here MySQL. Instead of this result query, I'll just write here result pending orders. Inside this, I'll just copy this variable and here I'm just going to paste. Okay, if you have already watched this previous session, then it will be very easy for you to follow. If you have not watched, then it will be difficult to understand whatever we are doing. Now once I execute this one, let me just save this. I'll just come here. Now inside this orders pending, you can see I don't have anything. I'll just refresh this. Now again, I'm having two items inside the cart. I'll click on checkout, pay offline, orders are submitted successfully. Okay. Now I'll just come to database. I'll refresh this one. Now you can see inside this orders pending table also the data is been inserted. The user ID is been stored, product ID is been stored. Inside this user orders, you can see whatever data I'm having here, that is been stored for me. Okay, this entire thing is stored, and only for this particular thing the data is stored inside this orders pending table. Now what I have to do, I just have to delete the items from the cart. So for that, first I'll just come to user orders and I'm just going to empty the table because we are having the same products. I'll just click on operations and from here I'll just empty the table, truncate. Okay, now I don't have anything inside that. I'll just come to orders pending table and from here also I'm just going to delete the data. Okay, now it is done. Now in both the table I don't have anything. Inside orders pending I don't have anything. Inside user orders also I don't have anything. Now what we have to do, whatever items we are having inside the cart, that items I have to delete. So for that, below this, once the data is inserted inside the tables, only then we are going to delete. Here I will be writing delete items from cart. Now below this I am just going to write one query. I will just write here empty cart, and inside this I am just going to write here delete query, delete from cart details, where IP address, okay, whatever column we are having, IP address is equal to whatever IP address we are having for the user. I will just copy this one, and here I am just going to paste that one. Okay, because the items will be having the same IP address, and that items I just have to delete from the table. Okay, that is cart table. After that I just have to execute the query. I will just copy the same thing. Here I will be pasting that one, and instead of this I will just write here result delete. Then next I will just copy this one, and here I am just going to paste. Okay, this is the simple query we have to write. Once we insert the data inside the user orders and orders pending table, only then we are just going to delete the items from the cart. Now I will come here. Now I will just refresh this. I will just come back. Okay, now I will come to home page. I will refresh this one. Now from here, okay, you can see here I am having two items. I will click on checkout, pay offline, orders are submitted successfully. Okay, as soon as the orders are submitted, I am redirected to profile.php, and inside this I will just refresh this one. You can see the data is been stored inside user orders. Let me just come to orders pending. Inside this also you can see the data is been stored. Now if I just come to cart details, you can see the cart is empty now. I don't have any items inside the cart. Now if I just come back, if I just come to home page, you can see here I am having 0 items inside the cart. Before I was having 2 items. Whatever items are submitted already, even that items were not getting deleted. But once we write the delete query, whatever items are getting matched, that items will be deleted. Now again I can add items. Okay, I have just added one item. I will click on checkout, pay offline, orders are submitted. Okay, I will refresh this one. Now inside this cart I am not having anything. I will just come to my store. Inside this, let me just open this orders pending. Okay, this is my demo, and you can see inside this the data has been stored, and also inside this user orders, whatever data we are having, that is been stored along with the amount. Okay, this is how we are going to create. For better understanding, let me just show you the cart table as well. Now here I have added one item inside the cart, and also I am just going to add this item. 2 items I have added. Now inside the cart tables, let me just show you cart details. You can see inside cart details, let me just come to cart. Inside this cart details, you can see 2 products has been stored and the quantity is 0. Now I will come here, I will click on cart, I will click on checkout, pay offline, orders are submitted. Okay, now I will just refresh this one. You can see now whatever items I am having inside the cart, that will be deleted. I will come to user orders. Inside this you can see the data is been stored. Okay, whatever data I was having, that is been stored. And finally I will just come to user table, and also you can see not user table, let me just come to user orders. Inside this all the orders will be stored. Inside this orders pending, you can see the quantity is increased to 1 because I have not updated the quantity, and by default I was having the quantity as 0, and here it is updated to 1. Okay, this entire thing we have seen. Okay, this entire thing we are done. We are done with this orders table. Next we are going to work with payment page. Okay, whenever user clicks on pending page, user dashboard page, everything we are going to see one by one. Okay, this you have to practice, this you have to type by yourself. You can just take the screenshot of this one. Unless and until you don't do this one, you cannot proceed further. Okay, this is very important section. If you do this one, only then you will be able to perform the user dashboard page, because we are going to fetch all the data from this table itself. So this is very important. Okay, you can just take the screenshot of getting the quantity and updating. You can see quantity is updated to 1, and finally inserting the data inside user orders, inside orders pending, and finally deleting the items from the cart. Okay, we are done with this. Now next we are going to work with this profile.php. Okay, that is user dashboard page.